Hey guys, so a lot of these ARK note run videos I see are super sped up runs that don't really give a clear idea of how to get to each of these spots or how to do the run. So today I'm going to be giving you a detailed explanation including landmarks of the Extinction note run, and I recommend you watch it at least one time all the way through before trying to follow it during your own note run. This will give you a good idea of how to do it best. A lot of these note runs use GPS coordinates, but that's completely useless if you're starting into a new server, so I'm going to be doing it with landmarks. For this note run, we spawn Sanctuary East and we'll head over to our first landmark. Okay, so our first landmark is this pavilion that I'm sure a lot of you have seen before. It's right next to this super tall square building in Sanctuary, and if you're having trouble finding it, go to the north side of Sanctuary and follow the wall until you find it between 50 and 60. From the pavilion, you are going to want to proceed west until you find the river. Once at the river, follow it until you come to this building up on the left side. At the bottom of the building you will find a planter, and here is our first note. Then proceed back to the pavilion and turn to the south. Go until you come upon this waterfall. Right in front of it, we have our second note. Then head towards the central path of Sanctuary. Proceed east a good distance until you see the Colosseum. Once you've entered the Colosseum, turn left and there is a pond with a note in the corner. Then head to the terminal at the center of the Colosseum. You will see 3 bridges. For this next note, follow the center path of the 3 bridges. This next part I am going to speed up because it's kind of a long travel, but I'll give you a short explanation. You're going to finish down the path of that bridge, cross the river, head up the ramp, and go to the pond with the crystals on it. Then turn right and head up the ramp as if you were going to leave Sanctuary. Turn right again, and once more, until you come up to this building on the left with the overhang. Follow the edge of the building until you come to our 5th note. After that, turn around and head back the way you came. Turn left and find this ramp. When you get to the top of this ramp, you have 2 options. There is a note off to the left that you can get, but it takes a little bit of time, so if you want to skip it, cut to this point in time. If not, turn left again, and proceed up the ramps into this area. Once under the covered area, turn left once more, and when you reach this waterfall, walk along the edge. Now return to the point where I said you could change directions. You can do this by simply going back down the way you came. Now that we're back to where I said you could skip, proceed down this path until you come to the bridge that's near the entrance to Sanctuary. If you decided not to skip the note, this will be your 7th note on the top edge of this bridge. Our next note is very close. Proceed down the other side of the bridge and turn left. In this corner we have our 8th note. We're going to take the path behind our 8th note all the way to the central ring that's above the central swamp. If you're having trouble finding this one, just come to the edge of the ring and follow it to the west. Keep following the ring around the right side. Between these 2 lampposts, you have another note. Right now we are headed towards Greenob to get 3 notes that are there. Straight in front of the ledge you will find a path with a note right off the edge. From this spot, there is no easy way down without going a little bit around, so follow the waterfall down. You can come across these rocks for a little bit of a shortcut, and then jump into the water. This water is just deep enough that you shouldn't take any fall damage. Go across the water towards the obelisk. On the back side of it, there is a ramp that will let you up, and on a rock in the corner, there will be your next note. Slowly, and I emphasize slowly, walk down this. I didn't go slow enough, and I took about half my health and fall damage. Now run back into the center of Sanctuary. Right here, we have our last note on this run. After hitting that note, you should be about level 63, depending on if you're picking up berries and if you skipped the skippable note. If you didn't skip the note, you should be somewhere around level 61. If you have a flyer, there are a few more notes that you can add to this run. If you come back to the skippable note and turn back towards the city, go up to the building with benches and trees on it. Here you'll have one more note. If you go across Sanctuary and go to the south entrance, you will have a note on top of the entryway. Finally, if you are joining a tribe that already has resources, get a shotgun and come out to the oil lake. Shotgunning Spinos will give you a lot of experience on top of your notes that you already earned. After killing just 3 Spinos and a racer, I returned and had 20 extra levels to put in on top of my note run. This could be easily used to break level 100. Abracadabra, you should subscribe or I'll eat your ham.